Across millennia, a few pharaohs vanished into mystery, leaving questions in stone and sand. Their names are carved in gold, yet their endings are clouded by violence, secrecy. Each ruined portrait is a clue: intentional erasure, hurried burial, or hidden violence.
Subscribe for more incredible stories from the world of ancient Egypt.
We will trace several rulers whose deaths still baffle historians and forensic scientists. Ancient texts and modern science together offer new answers and deeper questions. The pharaoh was god and ruler, a solitary figure whose death could upend an entire. Dreams of afterlife made every royal death a ritual, but sometimes burial was rushed or. The royal court was a crucible of ambition, where alliances, rivalries, and secret plots were born. These are our cases. Rulers whose deaths remain debated, each with its own strange evidence. Sequenenre Tao of the 17th dynasty fought Hyksos invaders and left a gruesome, puzzling. His mummy shows blunt and sharp force injuries, a forensic puzzle suggesting close, violent confrontation. Some scholars argue he fell in battle leading a revolt. Others see evidence of execution or Modern scanning reveals multiple blows from different weapons, implying a chaotic or deliberate. Whether martyr or casualty, Sequenenre's death galvanized resistance and altered Egypt's path. Hatshepsut reigned as king in her own right, then vanished from history in a widespread campaign of. Centuries after her reign, statues were hacked, names recarved, deliberate attempt. Scholars debate whether her erasure was political revenge, dynastic housekeeping, or. The timing and motive remain unclear. Did she die of illness, conspiracy, or slow political suffocation? Akhenaten upended religion and moved the capital, then vanished from records after a sudden collapse. His religious revolution isolated powerful elites, possibly setting the stage for violent retribution. Was Akhenaten struck down by illness, assassinated in a palace coup, or simply forgotten in the chaos? New genetic studies and re-examinations keep altering theories, but mystery persists. The reign of Ramesses III ends with a conspiracy documented in papyrus, a royal coup. The harem conspiracy, papyri name plotters who sought to place a favored prince on the throne. Recent forensic work suggests Ramesses III suffered a humiliating throat wound, possibly fatal. The court transcripts list suspects and sentences, painting a chilling picture of palace intrigue. The conspiracy fractured trust in the royal household and left a bitter legacy across Egypt. Neferefre, a short-reigning Old Kingdom king, left monuments unfinished. His sudden death The abrupt construction halt suggests an unexpected death, plague, or political upheaval at the. In local memory, His reign became a cautionary tale of unfinished glory and fragile kingship. Smenkhare is one of Egypt's most enigmatic rulers, a brief, poorly recorded figure of the Amarna collapse. Was Smenkhare an overlooked co-regent, an alias, or a victim of political erasure? The records. The lack of a clear tomb deepens the mystery. Was there a secret burial, or was the body removed? Sobek Neferu was one of the first and last female sovereigns of her line, dying after a short reign. She vanished from king lists and monuments. Historians still debate illness, childbirth complications. Scattered inscriptions hint at an abrupt end, but the archaeological record is frustratingly incomplete. Modern science can read bones like documents, revealing trauma, disease, and sometimes murder. Science reframes mystery, but cannot always answer motive, context, or hidden political motives. Each discovery rewrites fragments of history, sometimes illuminating long suppressed. Ancient paperwork can expose plots, succession disputes, and the bureaucratic mess after a royal. The fates of these pharaohs shaped myth, law, and memory, sometimes erased, sometimes reborn. These mysteries teach us about power, vulnerability, and how history can be rewritten by silence. Each fragment hints at an answer, but the full truth often slips through the cracks. His story remains a visceral reminder that kings could die among the chaos of war. Her erasure forces us to confront how power rewrites identity and memory. His revolution and vanishing highlight how radical change invites both forgetting and. The palace plots remind us rulers were vulnerable to betrayal from their inner circles. Short reigns and missing records often hide the most human, tragic stories behind royal haze. Each generation reframes these deaths, applying new tools and fresh skepticism to old. People remain fascinated because these stories mix glamour, horror, and unresolved justice. We examine these deaths with care, honoring the dead while pursuing truth with science. Some answers arrive slowly, other secrets likely sleep forever in the sand. Behind each enigma is a human life, ruler, parent, leader, and mortal soul.